Hello, hello, and welcome to Destiny Road to Forsaken Let's Play Episode 2. My name is FirstProspect, and we were just kicked in the face by some rude space rhino whose name is Gaul. Now here I am, in a crater, nearly dead. Frankly, it's a miracle that I can walk. I guess that's what happens when you're given inexplicable paracausal space powers, and your body can just shrug off that kind of fall. Who even knows? I don't seem so super powerful now, though. I gotta say, the first time you play these kinds of slow-moving sections where you're powerless, not so bad. But man, after that first time, ooh, just kind of a chore. But you know, getting to re-experience this stuff a year after release, highly anticipating the release of Destiny 2's major expansion. Not first expansion, just major expansion, Forsaken. Technically, it's third expansion. Well, you know, it's good to get retrospective. Good to look at where we came from, see where we're going. Should probably not stop in the middle of this ravine when there are two tanks up there. Just seems like you're asking to be spotted. Walking right through the spotlight, too. Not a whole lot we can do, I guess. I'm here. I'm here, Ghost.
I thought I'd lost you. I can heal you, but I can't resurrect you. Not since.
No more double jump.
The light is gone. They've taken the city, the traveler, everything. The Red Legion is killing powerless guardians. We have to get out of here. I'm picking up an emergency broadcast. Rendezvous coordinates. They're evacuating the planet. We're on our own.
This music is just absolutely gorgeous. I know the soundtrack credits the string quartet who worked with Michael Salvatore on this composition, but I unfortunately just cannot recall their names right now. It was like Cataclysm or something. It was one of those, you know, cool words that you hear every now and then. You're like, man, that sounds a little try hard, but you know, they definitely earned the name.
These guardians. They had no chance without their powers. That could be us. Guardian, if you die, I can't resurrect you.
What happens if you die here? Oh, man, SMGs have like no range. Almost easier without ADSing. Ah, no sprinting. That's right, you can't sprint. There's Lewis. Why is he named Lewis? Well, you'll find out. We gotta follow him, like in our vision. I ended the last episode prematurely saying that would be the end, but of course there was the vision from the Traveler, and I completely forgot that existed there. So just showed you how long it's been since I played through the campaign, and it's part of why we're doing this Road to Forsaken retrospective.
Is it following us? Or are we following it?
We are very clearly following the Falcon Ghost. I had a dream before I woke up. Didn't know if I was gonna wake up. I was like, here's a Falcon, and I'm like, ooh, Falcon. Let's go. Look how far we've come. 4 days? 4 days, it said? That's a hell of a hike. Those are some beautiful, beautiful rays. I wish Destiny 2 had more scenes where the sun just gave that nice glare. I mean, a lot of people don't like that. They call it, oh, it's so cinematic, your eyes would never do that. Yeah, but, you know. I've never been one to really hate on Bloom. Bloom can be overdone, but Destiny 1 and 2 always had a very tasteful amount of bloom. Destiny 1 had actually quite a bit more glare than Destiny 2, but I think Destiny 2 has actually struck a really great balance between making visuals distinct and clean and not losing the design language of Destiny 1. Because, I mean, you look at a franchise like Halo going, you know, they switch developers and they go from Halo 3 to Halo 4. And, whew, that was just... I mean, are there even words for the travesty that that happened to that art department? Thank God. I mean, I don't know if anybody has seen or if anybody here cares, but I got into Destiny because I was a Halo fanboy. But I think... What? No. Don't make me restart the whole thing. Stupid rock. Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to have to do the whole thing over again. Huh. Alright. That's a little silly. That has never happened to me before. I have never died on this mission before. Well, you know, first time for everything. Glad we caught that on stream. There we go. That's the right way to do it. And so now you can just kind of jump off. Yeah, it doesn't allow you to go next to Lewis. Anyways, thankfully with Halo 6... or Halo Infinite, I think they're calling it, or Halo Infinity, whatever it is.
Oh, look. Somebody left
They're going back to the old art style.
Lying around. Things must be worse than I thought.
Or at least closer to it.
And that's our cue. Time to go, people.
But wait, where are you all going?
As far away from here as possible.
That Falcon, it belongs to you?
The name's Hawthorne, and this is Lewis. Best pilot we got. What about you? Fit to fly? Probably gonna need one of these, too.
For those of you wondering if our character will ever speak, no.
All right, people,
At least not yet.
right ahead of us.
If they speak in Forsaken, we have no information on it. But I feel like at this point, Bungie would have shown that off. They don't play a secretive hand much when it comes to trying to get people coming back to Destiny 2. And the character not having a voice was a very, very prominent complaint throughout most of Destiny 2's lifespan so far.
You see, traveler, all that I have done. Grace me with your light. Take your place at the center of my empire. See me, and the Red Legion will be your true guardians.
Dominus, the city is secure. Those who fled are being hunted, and those foolish enough to remain have been executed. Victory
Those
as
are
with all
ghost
victories
cores
is
around
yours
the
to
consular's
claim.
neck.
This victory is as
That's
much
terrifying.
yours as mine, old friend.
All that remains is the completion of the cage around this great machine. Then we may begin the extraction of its power and put it to its rightful use.
They call it the Traveler.
I would contend that other civilizations may be more precise in their naming. Its functions can be controlled and exploited, as we have so clearly proven.
Yet they believe it to be a god.
Dominus. Gaul. We have spent our lives, you and I, working to reshape our society, reforge our people, rebuild an empire nearly destroyed by Callus's greed and corruption. There is nothing in this universe greater than you. The Red Legion will have that machine's power. You will be called Emperor. What more would the Dominers have?
I would have words with my guest. So you're the one who speaks for the Traveler.
Speaker was a pretty underused character in Destiny 1. Voiced by Bill Nye, so probably pretty expensive to give him more and more lines. I think he only got lines in the final update, Age of Triumph.
Coming up on the European Dead Zone. Gonna be our new home for a while.
Look, do you recognize it? That's where we're supposed to go.
That thing? They call it the Shard of the Traveler. I call it not a place you want to go poking around.
The overbearing one-liner Marvel humor rears its ugly face already. You know, it was fine when one character did it, but then they started trying to make every character be a little quipper snapper. Didn't work for me. So that would be a pretty short episode. So let's go ahead and let's take a look here. What do I have access to in the terminal? Oh, I actually have access to a lot of things. Oh wow, I have plenty of exotic armor. Okay. Let's take a look here. Ooh, I get to take some pretty emblem. So these are all the different things I can take with me. Just to give my...
Deborah, keep your head down. No, I don't think the Fallen are interested.
Just to give my character a little flair. Ha! What have I didn't realize I'd actually played competitive PvP on PC. I went flawless once on PS4. Legend Artorias was my PS4 username. You can check that there. Oh, I like that one. The ramen. We have to go with ramen. How can we not? So here are my emotes. What are we going to go with? We're going to go with the selfie. Fireworks is delightful. Popcorn. Gotta love it. And finally, I think we're going to go with mic drop. There we go. Alright, that's all stuff that I've unlocked on my other characters that's thankfully account-wide and not on a per-character basis.
Oh. I'm glad to see you safe. I am Tyra. Tyra Karn.
She pretends she doesn't know us. Actually, everybody's going to pretend they don't know us because we're on PC, so we don't have the imported character. But, we have, in fact, met Tyra Karn before. She was in the Rise of Iron expansion as someone who would give you some really cool artifacts and she could decrypt stuff for you like a typical cryptarch.
But I do not trust its pull. Like us, the shard no longer knows the light. Not since the Traveler cast it off during the collapse. For centuries it has twisted and corrupted everything around it. Where it lies is now...
Oh, that's interesting. She actually thinks that the Shard of the Traveler is the source of the corruption. I guess I don't know if there's anything else that gives any other perspective on that, other than the fact that we will get some power back just by visiting it,
I am here for you.
which is pretty important. It'd suck to play a space fantasy game without any space fantasy superpowers, you know? Alright, let's go see
This is
Hawthorne.
a lot of civilization. For me, at least. Of course, I've been living outside the city half my life. So, anyway, heard you want to go poke around that busted-up hunk of Traveler. You Guardians have a weird idea of a good time.
I don't...
Oh,
Ooh,
well.
I can just
Lewis and I know plenty about
speed
this.
level my character for Glimmer.
So I'm not about to stop you. I got enough to deal with here. Take that ship you flew here. At least it'll get you back faster. See all these refugees? I haven't lost one yet. Don't you be my first.
I like hand cannons a little more than SMGs. Alright, there we go. Pretty easy. Let's just go ahead. Oh, what's this? This is new. Interesting. Okay. Well, very cool. Okay. It's weird seeing the map without anything on it again. Every time I've been here, it's been all filled out since the very beginning of the game. I gotta switch over one of my less rinky-dinky ships. Not that this one's a bad design, I just don't like how scuffed up it looks. However appropriate it might be.
That shard is the reason this place is called a dead zone.
We have to, Hawthorne. It's a sign.
Yeah, a sign that says dead zone.
The quiptastic humor again. That is going to get pretty old pretty fast. Oh well. Fortunately, from all reports, Forsaken is going to be much more serious outside of Cade 6. Cade 6 gets to be quiptastic. I mean, he's voiced by Nathan Fillion, and that has been his characterization since very early in Destiny 1. Humorous, but with a
Supposed to leave the city.
but a sardonic, a cynical humor.
Hard to see, but it's there.
Very much
They stop applying when
a unique part of Destiny 1 where everything was grim and serious all the time, and Cade was an interesting take on things. He definitely had unique perspectives, unique commentary. I always remember listening to one of his strike introductions. It was for a mission called the Dust Palace. He would say, "The Dust Palace is lost to us again. Scion flayers have wormed their way inside, trying to do something to the core." I'm not someone who gets things memorized all the time. I could if I wanted to, but it was never something I deemed necessary. Ah ha ha ha! Invisible enemies.
You're under attack.
Oh, this isn't my hand cannon. There we go. Boom. There we go. Look at that precision. Surgical precision.
Those things were the fallen. Scavengers from another world. They worship machines.
I will let the subtitles do the in-world explaining for some things, just because I want to treat this as a newbie-friendly sort of series, because we're doing this retrospective on where Destiny 2 started and just how far we're coming in preparation for the release of Forsaken on September 8th. But man, there's so much. And I do hope that we have some new people tuning in here. But I also hope that we have some Destiny 1 and 2 veterans, you know? they can provide some extremely valuable feedback for this series. So please feel free to I guess I gotta say it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. It's not over yet, but hey, I was going down that path anyway, huh? Dregs. Refugee boots. I don't even have a grenade. Hoping I can get a nice weapon to drop. Always ADS with hand cannons. That last shot was actually not meant to be fired at that time, but oh well. We're moving, we're moving. We got this. These are some pretty easy enemies. I mean, these are literally the most basic dregs of enemies. I mean, it really doesn't get easier to kill than these guys. Ooh! The wretches, however, is juking me. Can't hit him. There we go. There we go. Now we're back on our game. Back on our game. Don't ever touch me. Please, no bully. Oh, you mean I've actually had weapons and I was just... I don't know what I was doing. I was probably blabbing my mouth and not paying attention. That's what happens. That's what I get. I don't think I had a single crit shot on him. What did I say? I said don't touch. No touchy. Only me stabby. Thank God we can sprint again. Let me tell you. Sprint is not the best mechanic of all time in video games, but it's gotta be up there. Press this button to move faster than normal. Cool. Alright. If I had to choose between a game where I could not sprint, but I moved at a medium pace, or a game where I moved super slow, but could sprint to go slightly faster than that other game's medium pace, give me the sprint every time. Now, that's not to say things, or that's not to say that games like Doom where you move fast all the time, or Quake, you know, that's not to say that those games aren't delightful. Actually, I honestly can't remember. Did Quake have sprint? I don't think it did. Maybe some of the newer ones, but not the older ones, right? Oh god, it's been so long. Well, I know Halo 1, 2, and 3 didn't. But you didn't move super fast in Halo 1, 2, or 3 either.
Scared them away.
We scared them
To
away?
the shard.
No, I think we just shot them away. We shot them to death. There was nobody left to be scared of us.
This is why we were led here.
No. Really?
As close to the traveler's light since. Do you feel it? Hold on to your helmet. Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.
Get ready to kick some butt! Arc Strider. I believe the Arc Strider is currently like the PvP meta class. If I'm correct. Which, I mean, me being correct happens a decent amount of the time. I actually have no idea how to play this class. Because I haven't actually played a hunter in Destiny 2. Well, briefly on PS4, but, you know, PC controls are a little different than a DualShock. What's really cool is they just give this to you for free. What is this? I can kind of zoom forward a little with this one. Ooh! That was cool! What was that? I want to do that again. So jump, and then... Oh! Yes, helicopter ground pound. Give it to me every day. I missed. There we go. I'm not going to use my gun when I have infinite superpower. That'd be lame. I'm going to whack people. Whack people with my, my pole dancing stick. Whoosh. Oh. Alright, well, there we go. We have our light back. We have our powers back. It's time to get some friends together and get some revenge, huh? Well, there we go. Am I being whisked off anywhere else? I was about to end the episode, but it looks like we're being whisked off probably back to the farm? I don't think there's anywhere else we would go. Would this just throw us to the EDZ patrol zone? I actually don't recall. Once again, this is a good reason to just go back to re-experience Destiny 2. Sorry about the squeaky chair. But you know, I actually don't know where we're going, so we're in for a fun surprise. But this is just about the end of the episode. So that's those are the opening missions of Destiny 2, and on this road to Forsaken, it's actually crazy coming back to these. Yeah, just back at the farm. Okay, very cool. So as you can see, it's now populated by other players. But thank you for tuning in as my first video series. I am very grateful to have you here. I am super happy to be here, and I can't wait to keep this going. So I will see all of you in episode 3. Hopefully, if you liked this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more in the future, hit subscribe. You got any recommendations for me or anything? You want to tell me off or whatever? You want to tell me, hey, hope you're having a great day? Please do that in a comment below. With that, friends, have a wonderful day. This is FirstProspect, signing off.